The way life has been imitating art recently has just amazed me. I am a firm opponent to reparations. I think it's my biggest sticking point with that whole ADOS movement because they're just like, cut the check, cut the check, cut the check. I'm just like, stop, just cut it out. That's where I'm at with it because of all the problems that persist at this very moment. The policies and legislation that have been enacted over the past since and since the 60s and 70s that have done so much more than slavery or anything else ever could have, and you choose to ignore that. You're sitting here completely ignoring that, and it's a part of the plan, and it's part of the pacifism that's been allowed to permeate urban/black America. And so some folks from Louisiana dropped an amazing music video that AIU, Mr. Tracy, the ambassador of the white race, has covered, and shit, I'm on it, so let's go.
It is a new day, it is a new era. A new chapter has begun. Every day is a new chapter when you think of it, because all we have is this moment. And as a country, we've been through a lot of stuff. We've had a history, a past, but that's long before us, and it all came before we were born. So talking about it, harping about it, obsessing about it seems like a very weird path to take. When it comes to the plebes, they have civil rights. They have every right. They have every opportunity. Everyone wants them to succeed, just like...
And he's not wrong. I mean, when you say, it's so weird to hear, black women, like, and I've done many videos like that where they're like, oh my goodness, we're not hurt. But I'm like, you're sitting here on television. What are you talking about? You're being heard right now. Your platform is way bigger than mine, right? So, like, you're being heard. What's your problem? And it's like, well, just oppression. And that's really, Mr. Tracy, and anyone listening, that's really falls at the hands. That was a collaborative effort. That what I've lovelily dubbed BVMM, the Black Victim Mentality movement. Just it's permeated, and it's not just black people who, quote unquote, black people who have propagated this and cultivated this mindset, which has ultimately left large swaths of this country susceptible to terrible notions and ideas such as communism, socialism, and the like. So yeah, like, oh my goodness, somebody owes you something because something that happened before you were even born. Yeah, it's complete bullshit.
We want ourselves to succeed because we're all human. What is race? Race, please. What does that mean? There's way more important things than race. We can bond over just humanity, a common struggle to seek happiness and meaning in one's life, friendship.
True. I mean, true enough. Character, right? It's the thing that MLK was like, oh yeah, we're going to focus on character. Well, unfortunately, that's been used like toilet paper. And honestly, nice touch with a Bronx Tale right here. It was a really good movie. And once again, as you can see, it is the chocolate sister with, the vanilla with the homeboy, with the Italian homeboy. So when you sit there and talk about, oh, well, the media been pulling this bullshit for a real long time. So to sit here and say, oh yeah, black women were underrepresented and all this other stuff. I remember the show 227 from back in the day. It was like nothing but black women with like two dudes, Calvin and the father. And so, and there's always the women outsmarting the father. So like, as far as the fatherlessness that has permeated our communities and stuff like that, it's been a collaborative effort, seriously.
I mean, neighborliness, or just general golden rule coolness. All of that should transcend race. I mean, we've had a black president, let's not forget. We've had black congressmen, black senators, black teachers.
900% increase in black elected elected representation of color. All right, quote unquote. Once again, black is all encompassing. You can wrap up any lineage, any descendant, if it's a descendant or if it's somebody that been here 10 minutes. Come on, let's be real. It's such a deep delve and dive.
Black bathroom attendants, black astronauts, all of it. There's nothing they can't do. They're here, they're black, we got used to it. Okay? What do you want? It is so beautiful to be living in this post-racial, tranquil, blissful, utopian future. We've come a long way. We're living the dream of Martin Luther King. And now to celebrate that dream and to promote further unity between the races, I give you a bunch of school children from Alabama. They've written a song and they're prepared to sing it for you. Ready, steady, go.
When we come to Washington in this campaign, we're coming to get our checks. The Prodigies.
Okay,
Before you say a thing, this has been the game plan. This is what's been taking place for the longest. Children, the black children, young children. And really, color has nothing to really do with it, because trust me, in Caucasian communities, they do it as well. But in particular, because you have this overabundance of, femininity when it comes to the raising and rearing of these kids, it's so impressionable and malleable that, bruh, like, you can talk them into doing anything. And, I'm pretty sure there's just a bunch of single mothers back there. Baby, go ahead, do your thing. The young prodigies, that sound good. Like, it's, golly, all I'm seeing is exploitation. It's just really, like, it's real life, the Mac, real life Shaft, real life Black Dynamite. This is black exploitation for real. And guess who do it? Trust me, it ain't a bunch of white folk.
I'm not ready to move on past that. I don't know if you are. I'm looking at a young bleep in slave attire. I would say French maid, but I don't think that's a French maid. And this is a group called the Young Real Prodigies.
You see my man in the corner right there with the toothpick in his mouth? Like, oh boy, we been working in the fields all this time there, boys. Master, what you want? There's eyes got you. Don't even worry about it.
And was that her talking about reparations and holding a gun? Seems kind of ominous. Seems like a shakedown. Seems like a scene at a dead president's. So, the people in Alabama decided to dress their children up as slaves. Paging Dr. Freud. Paging any doctor. You people are mentally sick. You are a disgrace to the present. You've robbed yourself and your children of a future, and you're dwelling in the past because you are broken and psychologically dead inside.
True. I have absolutely no doubt about that, and not just psychologically dead inside. No, psychologically broken there, sir. See, deal is that these programs that have permeated these communities for the longest time and gotten them institutionalized and, used to the government doing for them and being such a huge part of their lives. Of course, I'm coming to get my check. I'm coming to cut my check. I mean, seriously, like it's a part of a grander scheme, because with that mentality floating around so vapidly that I'm pretty sure I didn't use the proper word there, but with the mentality being, oh, I'm a victim, you owe me, the world owes me something, then that's how you really create what I've affectionately called prison farms. Like a bunch of like overly aggressive dudes who have absolutely no checks on their testosterone, going out there committing stupidity and getting locked up, and thusly, it really is. It's a spinning wheels, or a circle of just generational ignorance for the most part.
Get a fucking grip, stop disgracing your ancestors, and try to succeed in life without stealing our...
Okay, and when it comes to ancestors, sir, deal is that who the hell knows? These kids' parents is probably Jamaican or like African. I ain't about to sit here and be like, yeah, they're all descendants, because guess what? They're more than likely not.
Honey, it will not happen. Not on my watch, over my dead body. Will you get reparations from me? Ain't happening. Suck a dick. Eat a pile of shit. But anyway.
I really don't want your reparations. See, the deal is that when you have a father, particularly a father like mine, who's always just about hard work, work hard. Yes, to an extent, it is a detriment, because it doesn't particularly, like, that singular message doesn't particularly create a pathway towards prosperity in any particular way, but it does. How do I put it? It is spiritually and soulfully fulfilling to be able to, like, I worked hard and I earned this. You know, so yeah, like, and trust me, bro, not everybody's down with this BS.
Back to the song. Now, I believe in the bleep community, that sound you hear, it comes up a lot. I'm not sure. I don't have a Ebonics expert at my beck and call. But when you hear the brah, 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 it's trying to simulate a gun sound. That's just...
Actually, it's blood shit, if we're going to be real about it.
A sound in their life. For me, a sound in my life is the microwave dinging, or when my Pop-Tarts were done. Those are sounds I was familiar with growing up. They are familiar with brah, 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 which is a bit alarming, and the Second Amendment was a mistake.
But that's the thing, I can't speak for Alabama, because I've never been through there. But Mobile and, like, their hoods, is, trust me, it's really no different. But the crazy part is like, being up north, like, we actually a bit ahead. So back there, like, I'm pretty sure they still going through the 90s.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check.
They're coming for their check, and they think Martin Luther King is the way to do that. Actually, wasn't Andrew Yang talking about MLK was in favor of UBI? A lot of abbreviations. Try to stay with.
So what when MLK got murdered, right? One of the main things he was talking about was something I speak about often, which is economic mobility, where you have industry there, and you have the opportunity to basically build a strong life for yourself. That's the thing that he was talking about before he got murdered. And that, and when it comes to MLK, and that's why I said tons of videos a really long time ago, in a video on my other channel, gotta let him go. Gotta let MLK go, as far as how much weight his name can invoke, because people use his name for any and everything, and this is nonsense as well. He believed that a man should earn it, you know what I'm saying, because that's really what it is. Like, purpose, and it can come in the form of actual labor, but the deal is that make it worthwhile. That should have been the main focus for literally everyone over the past 30, 40 years. But because we have so many corporate entities that buy up things and just chew it up and spit it out, stock markets and the like, it's gotten complicated, very, very complicated.
So why don't you all vote for Andrew Yang and then just call that your reparations?
Reparations, say it loud. What's
UBI or anything else like that. Like, I believe that the welfare state has been reparations. If we're going to keep it a buck, that trust me, the money already been spent, bro. Deal is that this was a deal that was made in like the 60s, man.
check, green, cash rules everything around me. Dream, my legacy, you can't stop me.
Literally, as a child, cash doesn't rule a single thing around you. These kids are puppets. They're reading
Wu-Tang
lines that their parents wrote. Let me just let it play a little bit. Let it soak it up. Feel the vibe.
Coming for our 40 acres, they chop 40 in a paper. Kicking the door. Coming for our 40 acres and more. Our 6.4 trillion. Missed that no.
This is like literally just something for like single. Oh my goodness. Like, this is all femininity right here, man. Like, real talk. This is why the leadership isn't real leadership, because they just think of doing like real whack and trash things like this. This is cringy as shit. We gonna be real about it.
Civil War. We came from the poor. Start from the bottom, we still on the floor. We pray to the Lord. Picking the cotton, our fingers are sore.
So
yeah, oh my goodness, picking the cotton, our fingers are sore. We started at the bottom, we still on the floor. Oh, what was that other one? Yo, come on, yo. Yo, this is embarrassing. It really is.
what is this, theater? They actually feel entitled to money. She just talked about her fingers being sore from picking cotton. If this woman was out in the fields, she wouldn't be obese as a child. So there's that. But second of all, you didn't do this. Your pappy didn't do this. Nobody in your family tree has done this. Oh, and by the way, trees are going to be mentioned later in relation to lynching, obviously. So now it's just come down to this. They're holding guns and they're having their kids demand money from America because guilt. This is a weak argument, and I'm going to be watching like a hawk anyone on my side of the political aisle entertaining such a ludicrous notion. Reparations are
yeah. I know you was sub to the channel. You didn't see the video with Jersey's talking about, oh yeah, we're gonna do reparations inquiry. It's the dumb. It's so. It's disturbing to an extent. He's sitting here begging the government to do something that, trust me, you don't want the government to do. Every time the government gets involved, it turns into a tragedy. You don't want that, okay? Jesus.
Bullet in the back of the head of race relations in America. That's it. When you take our money and you spend it on something like that, give it to one race in the country, the most racist policy I've ever heard in my life, you've passed the point of no return. You are a lost cause. You've lost the plot entirely. But let's get back to the slave children chorus. Go ahead.
Straight out the underground, escaping from slavery, the only cemeteries that we had were the trees.
The only cemeteries that we had were the trees. Healthy. Good job, parents. Sorry, my bad, parent. Good job, parent.
Mother, by the way. I mean, seriously, like, yo, you know who had the best reparations take? It was Dave Chappelle on his show, where he was like, hey, they cut the check for reparations, and he's like, oh my goodness, the stock market is doing fantastic. They're just rushing to give this money back to us. Like, we are out of the recession. Like, yo, and that's all it'll be. That's why this is like, that's why it's so nonsensical. It doesn't do anything but just it really would do anyone any good. No one any good.
Watching our bodies while they go in the breeze. Niggas in the north side to get free.
Oh, she natural like that.
That way came from slavery.
Bra-ta-ta-ta.
Where's on the man wants to stay on me? Put her head on the dog, but the world won't stink. Stick to the north side to get free.
You're still in Alabama. So if you want to get north and get free and all that, what happened? I mean, they are north. Don't get me wrong. They up there. They in Minnesota. They in Wisconsin. I was just in Brooklyn. They traveled. There was a walk of tears. Harriet Tubman was busy. Trust me.
Reparations, Martin said we coming for our check.
Where are you going with that gun? And where did here's a question. The people...
She's gonna get massive with that gun. It's like the legend of Catcher Freeman.
that made this video, is that one of their guns? Or is that a period piece gun? Is that what caliber is that? Why is your child dressed as a
Look like a revolver from Keeping It a Buck.
slave holding a gun?
Reparations, say it loud. 1, 2, mic check.
1, 2, mic check. And here's the thing. They call the song Reparations because it's a rap about reparations, but it's also rape-arations. So it could easily, the title of the song, look at it. That's Rape-arations. Now, if you want to discuss rape in the bleep community and how it's disproportionate to everyone else, be my guest. You won't, because you are a cat lady and you're...
I'm not a cat lady, and yeah, it's a problem. Trust me, there is quite a bit of over aggressiveness, but once again, when you don't have a person there to show the way, you know what I'm saying? When the father's not around and the mothers, the mothers are the mothers, really, what's to be expected? It's the environment that's been cultivated and created, and there's tons of people that's profiting off of it as we speak. So it's not like, as far as the creation of all these circumstances and situations, well, just trust me, it's like we ain't alone in it, all right? It's been a collaborative effort on all ends. So, I'm saying.
Drinking wine and you're looking for positive stories online. And disproportionate rape stats in the bleep community is not a rabbit hole you're looking to dive into.
Green cash rules everything around me. Dream my legacy, you can't stop me.
I can't stop you? No, I'm pretty sure I could stop you. And I will try to stop any movement for reparations as the...
Well, then, right here in Jersey, bro. But the deal is that, like, my legacy, you can't stop me. A legacy of what? Failure? She's like, oh, we still... What that one chick say? Like, oh, we started on the bottom and we still on the floor? It's a legacy of failure. And once again, who the hell knows what the lineage of any of these individuals are? So as far as I can only speak for myself as a descendant, and nah, bro, we can do rather well. The opportunity's there. If anything, there's too much damn choice, to be real. Because if there is literally nothing stopping anyone, and this isn't just black folks, this is any color, or for the most part, if you're an American citizen, There's literally nothing stopping you from going and outside of monetary things, right? Because like money is an issue, but if you got the scratch, yeah, you can go. You want to be a pilot, black woman, by all means, shoot out, go on out and be a pilot. If you want to, be an astronaut, hey, guess what? Like he said in the beginning of this video, we already knocked all these things out, and real talk, we have no. Be qualified, and it's all good. Get your qualifications and it's all good as well. So, I think this is a pretty good place to leave it. This is the video. The song was kind of, like I'm definitely not feeling it by any stretch of the imagination. It's just as corny as the corporate, like rap songs and stuff like that, where, like back in, the aughts up until now, everybody thinks, oh yeah, just white people rapping, that'll sell the products. I don't know. But either ways, guys, all the internet stuff. If you liked it, toss it a like. Dislike, go ahead, do that too. Nobody's scared of you. Sub if you enjoy my fantastic voice and you want to get videos like this every single day. Share because sharing is caring. And YouTube and BitChute and like aren't the biggest fans of your boy over here. Bang the bell because, notifications. Definitely get on board and speak. Let me know, what do you think in the comments? I don't think this channel, I've always maintained reparations is a terrible idea. Policy and legislation is really where all that attention should be. But what do I know? I'm just some guy on the internet aping other people's videos. Thanks, AIU, and let me know what you guys think in the comments. And until the next one.